one step at a time on what we are saying. I see Himanshu Bhatt joining us on the broadcast. Himanshu ji, now in a practical sense, what do we do? Because a lot of people now are experiencing this for the first time in their lifetimes. Okay, where even the red lights, the traffic lights have been switched off because they simply from the substation the light has been switched off. End of story.
Yes.
So what do we do with the traffic? What should be the protocol? Should you stop your car? Should you, turn off your, I mean, obviously you can't turn off your headlight and keep driving. So should the protocol be to stop the car at the side of the road?
Yes, it should be that way. And in 71 when we saw it, I was a little child, 10, 12-year-old, 12-year-old. So, people after me have not seen this. But when there is a blackout, means there is a blackout. See, in the literal terms, you need to understand that. Even in the houses, before I come to the roads, in the houses also you have the glass windows, all right. You have the curtains, but you make sure that you make your glass windows, covered with the darker sheets, so that you have a zero bulb in the house. That is the time we used to have zero bulb. One zero bulb in the entire house. And people used to see in that. On the roads, as you said, the headlights of the vehicles, you need to, either pass through the roads or you need to avoid these roads and other things after late evening. That's the best thing. But if you have to go out, you make sure that you don't use your main lights. You use your side lights and try and move.
Okay,
And
all
move
right.
as
Okay,
little
now
as
none of these are SOPs that are being issued by any agency at this point of time. So you are not under advisement to black out your windows at this stage. It might happen later, but at this stage you don't need to do it. What you choose to do is up to you. This is just a drill. This is the definition of this is just a drill. Okay, we are not experiencing an air raid warning in Delhi, but we are preparing for if it were to happen in this generation. Nobody wants it to happen, but if it were to happen, and the real practical experience of this has told you that the simplest way of conducting it is to switch off the power from the power stations. That leaves people who have automatically switching off alternate power. If you have an inverter, it comes on automatically, UPS comes on automatically. Some people in big buildings have generators. For example, if the power goes in our studios, the generators would come on automatically because we can't have any power interruption at all. So UPS kicks on and then the generator kicks on to take over from the UPS. So in our case as well, the outside lights would have to be physically switched off. And we need to discuss what to do with traffic. It is not safe to be driving with no street lights and no headlights. Obviously not. Okay. I won't recommend, of course, be driving only with your side lights. So the only practical thing can be is to stop on the side of the road where you are and switch your lights off, which some people, as you can see, are doing. Some of the buses there have been parked on the side of the roads, but then they have their hazard lights on because it becomes, because our gut reaction says if you stop a car in the middle of the road, you put your hazard lights on. So we are in strange times. Let's not normalize this, but at the same time, let's understand what is going on. So we are staying live in Delhi with that particular shot. This is a few hundred meters away from the Prime Minister's residence. The Prime Minister's residence itself has been exempted from the blackout because I'm guessing they've got work to do right now. Meetings are going on. But the entire VIP zone, the central zone of Delhi, has been completely blacked out for the past 8 minutes. It is very, very surreal. General Parhiyar is joining us, Brigadier Nirvan is with us, and Jayjeet is still with us. Jayjeet, I can only describe this as very surreal.
One of the things that's coming to my mind